Welcome back to Western Kabuki. It's the 4th of July. We're doing a special relaxed summer night hang. I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, June. How are you doing, June?
I'm doing good. Today, I don't recognize today as July 4th. For me, it was Father's Day. We did Father's Day today, finally. So me and my family got together. We had a good time. You know, we don't celebrate 4th of July in this family. We're all woke.
Nice. Alex, how woke are you? Did you celebrate?
Oh, no. I cleaned my house. And what else did I do? This is this is my wedding anniversary, actually. And
congrats.
as many of you know, I'm not married anymore.
Still, congrats. Do you have a divorce date? Do you like celebrate your divorce date?
No, but that's a good idea. You know, just hung out. It was like a nice, really relaxing like day to do nothing. So it was great. Yeah. I loved it. But I did realize that I have a fan running in the background, so give me 2 seconds.
Actually, I do too. I'm gonna handle it too.
Sorry.
Well, while they're fixing their fan, I guess since this is such a woke show, today is Caesar Salad Day. That was invented on July 4th. I found that out.
Yeah, no, I am glad that we have something better to replace July 4th with. I would much rather celebrate Caesar salad birthday, the 100-year anniversary. That's much better than celebrating this country.
I'm going to be the dissenting voice here.
I always thought the Caesar salad was going to be related somehow to the Romans, but it's just made by a dude named Caesar.
Yeah,
apparently.
That slaps. That slaps. No, I do like Caesar salad, but I love 4th of July. I'm super America pilled. I love how much you can hate America in America. It's so tight. It's like
No, that's actually kind of real. I'm like kind of doing a bit right now, but like my whole life, like this is actually the first year of my life that I have not done anything for 4th of July. I like enjoy, like growing up and like stuff, I would always go out with the family. Like we would always go up to the lake and watch the fireworks. And that's just something I always really enjoyed doing growing up. So it's like, I've always just kind of still done that up until like this year, basically.
I woke up, I tried to go to work. I got pranked on by the postmaster. Then I went and had a hot dog at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. hot dog, most American thing you could do. American
breakfast dog, baby.
Yeah, American.
By the way, joined by you know him, you love him, Marcos from the Ain't Shit Show.
Happy to be here.
Get a chance to introduce you there.
Yeah, my bad. I just jumped in. But
no, that's good.
The 8 a.m.
People don't recognize the homie by his voice.
Yeah,
then there's no hope for them.
The 8 a.m. 7-Eleven hot dog, you know what I'm saying? The big bite with washing it down with a cup of coffee, and then you know what I'm saying? That's the most American thing. And then like going online and being like, I fucking hate America. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God.
That's literally so me. That's so me.
I feel I'm so patriotic right now. I could punch a fucking bald eagle. You know what I'm saying? Like oh my God, I can't wait. If I see a European person, it's over, dude. Yeah. If I see a Brit come across,
this isn't America Day so much as it's shut the fuck up European Day.
Yeah, which we have that over though. Yeah, like I think we're right to say that.
Listen, European listeners, you got to give us this one day.
Yeah.
You can make fun of us for guns in schools and healthcare and all that tomorrow, but this is
1776, baby. These colors don't run.
We clowned on you way back when, and we have that. We'll always have that.
Yeah. You guys were standing in line and getting scoped on. You guys were getting no scope from behind a tree line from like a 6'7" guy who's probably suffering from some kind of mental illness. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's got
all
Marfan
Europeans,
syndrome,
not just the British.
You got like he had slave teeth and he kicked your ass. That's crazy to me, dude. Like, that's man.
Well, goddamn.
I was trying to explain to my son the other day the way that they fought in the Revolutionary War, which is that they all just stood in a line and loaded their muskets, and he was like, "That is ridiculous." And I was like, "I know."
The craziest.
How did they? Yeah, like how did no one say, what the fuck are we doing? Why are we not? Why do we have honor? What are we doing here?
The funniest thing
why did no one say that?
The funniest thing about that is that in the Civil War, the South did the same exact thing that the Brits did, and the Union soldiers are like, why the fuck would we do? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you guys not learn shit from the guys that we were, you know what I'm saying, that we're trying to take over last time? What are you doing? Right?
Clearly, they didn't watch Mel Gibson's The Patriot, where he
yeah.
single-handedly invented guerrilla warfare tactics.
Oh man!
Shout out Mel Gibson.
Yeah, shout out Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Mel Gibson. All right. So this episode is going to be pretty relaxed. We used to do these every now and then. We're going to start bringing them back. We're going to do some news, and then we're going to do some mailbag, which we've been ignoring. And then we're going to do one more to close the episode out, news story, and it's was one brought to us by Marcos. It's going to be fun. So, but before we get to that, since we're on this America shit, let's talk about the whole Joey Chestnut situation. Joey Chestnut, if you don't know, is kind of like, he didn't invent really like competitive eating, but he was to like competitive eating what the Beatles were to rock and roll. You know what I mean? He's the reason that people talk about it. He's the guy, and he was banned from competitive eating. So Alex is going to read us an article, and we're going to talk about this.
So just as a context, this is the first I've ever heard of this guy. So and I actually have not looked into the story very much. I heard that there was a controversy, so I'm very excited.
He's the Michael Jordan.
Well, it's time for you to sit your white ass down and listen, June.
He's the Michael Jordan of swallowing glizzies. It's incredible.
I actually read fellow podcaster Jamie Loftus's hot dog book last year, so I have a lot of thoughts about Joey Chestnut, and I'm excited to share them. Okay, here we go. This is called Joey Chestnut Breaks Silence on Nathan's Hot Dog Eating Contest Ban. Joey Chestnut is being frank. That's a good pun. Right out of the gate, they're really knocking.
Amazing start.
Joey Chestnut is being frank. Oh, this is by Aaron Keller of Newsweek, by the way. Joey Chestnut is being frank about being banned from Nathan's hot dog eating contest. The 40-year-old competitive eater has won the annual competition 16 times, including the last 8 consecutive years. But in June, the Major League Eating told the New York Post that Chestnut had been banned from this year's event on July 4th due to his partnership with their competitor Impossible Foods, which sells plant-based hot dogs.
No way. Wait, that's what the start of all of this was?
Mm-hmm.
No
Yes.
way.
Yeah, he gets a contract with Impossible, which, by the way, according to him, there's some, I guess he's not going to take it to litigation, as we'll learn. But he's saying, well, I didn't know I could do that based on previous contracts and such. So that's where we're at.
The MLE shot back their own statement saying, quote, "For nearly 2 decades, we have worked under the same basic hot dog exclusivity provision." However, it seems that Joey and his managers have prioritized a new partnership with a different brand over our long-time relationship. In an interview with Sports Illustrated released Wednesday, Chestnut addressed his ban in the media for the first time. "Everything with Impossible was perfectly fine by all my previous agreements," he told the outlet. "They changed the terms and conditions around exclusivity, and it's not the first time they've changed some things, but it's the first time they've really changed things after the fact, and I had to say, hey, it's too late. I've already started working with this brand." Chestnut continued, "There was never an issue in the past, and they tried to dance around it. They changed a lot of terms, and they escalated things to a degree they didn't imagine when they started leaking information and telling people I was banned and that I turned vegan, which clearly isn't the case." Major League Eating's first major competitive star, Takeru Kobayashi, was also banned from the Coney Island competition due to a contract disagreement in 2010. For the first time since 2009, Netflix announced it will host a live competition special between Kobayashi and Chestnut on Labor Day, September 2nd, which
Holy
that
shit.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
This is the Super Bowl of dullards
Real
who
eaters.
like watching this. Yeah. So Kobayashi was banned in 2000. What did it say? 2009 or 2010?
2010.
He did not want to sign an exclusive agreement with Major League Eating because he's Japanese and they have Japanese ones and such. So he didn't, if you didn't know this, he didn't sign it. He got banned. And a couple years later at one of the events, he actually jumped on stage and got arrested because some say he was trying to plead his case. Some say he was just trying to wish the winner congratulations. And so we have two punished hot dog eaters that are going to be going live.
It's going to be so sick.
It's going to be so sick. So for context, the guy who won today ate 56 hot dogs. Joey Chestnut's record is, I think, 71, maybe 72. And Kobayashi, or not Kobayashi, but Joey Chestnut did a separate Splinter event today for the troops. And in half the time, the Major League Eating event is in 10 minutes. Joey Chestnut ate 55 hot dogs in 5 minutes. That's just to show you the scale, the chasm of difference in skill for these hot dog eaters.
Wait, you weren't wrong. He is like did you say LeBron? I don't know sports.
He's
like
Michael. He is the LeBron.
He's
the Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's watching him eat. Honestly, so what happened is this happens to every polyamory relationship, right? Someone's like, look, we're gonna go exclusive, and then now let's open it up. Let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying?
They get punished. It all falls apart.
Yeah. Then you see him eat the other hot dog, and you're like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And then like I've been there, man. Nathan's. I've been there. Listen, it happens to the best of us, dog. You just gotta let it go.
Hot dogs are a lot like non-monogamous relationships.
Yeah. But no, the craziest thing about all this is, to me, the big news was Airsoft Fatty was in the hot dog eating contest, which I don't know if you're aware of who that is. He's like a YouTube personality that.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
I think I know.
He's kind of a lolcow a little bit.
The guy from Wisconsin.
Yes, he had a.
What's his name?
Shout out!
He goes by Airsoft Fatty on YouTube. That's what he called. It's not me being mean to him. That's what he calls himself.
That's
right?
his
his moniker. Yeah.
Man.
And anyways, he had a very embarrassing vomiting situation happen. On
Was that today? Was he the guy with the mohawk?
Yes,
today?
yes, that's him.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was him.
Yes, it's him. Yeah, horrific. See, it was horrific. It was one of the.
I just refreshed Twitter, and the first thing that came up is the
that?
video that you're referring
Yeah.
to.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to put
Can we splice the audio in? You don't need to see it because it's disgusting. But what's remarkable about the clip is every time he pukes. By the way, this competition is held in front of thousands. Of people,
Mm-hmm.
and every time he pukes, the audience just goes crazy.
This is real this is the closest we have to like gladiator sports in America. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is
the guy next to him, Eric Badlands Booker. He is another famous competitive eater who currently holds the world record for fastest gallon of lemonade chug that he broke today.
Yes, he's incredible. I didn't know there was such a rich world of competitive.
Yeah, there is. I love this shit. I know
so
people eating pilled.
I know a lot of people do this, but I didn't know there was people would like I'm assuming some of these people probably have to make a lot of money off of this, right?
Badland Chugs.
What's his name? Joey Chestnut?
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut has got to make money off of
the thing
eating
is
73 hot dogs.
That the league is notoriously stingy, and they get all of their money from endorsements. So to ban him for the endorsement is pretty whack, honestly.
There's enough money for it to matter, but it's obviously it pales in comparison to sports or whatever.
I think, you know what? I think sports has too much money. Imagine what the Major League Eating League could do with the budget of the NFL.
It'd be horrific.
Imagine what they could do.
You don't want that at all. That'd be horrific.
I want that so bad. I want it so bad. We need to schools will be teaching competitive eating. You're gonna be a star.
I used to love Badland Chugs. I still for the most part do. I used to love everything. I was so excited. And then I watched him try and chug a boot of thick water, which is water that has been thickened, and it's for people who have issues swallowing. And it was one of the most horrifically sad things I think I've ever just to see. You nearly watched this man die, and then his team uploaded that. You see this man struggle. There's points when you're his heart is going to stop. He's lost He's going to die. It's
I think Badlands definitely needs to retire. I didn't know that he was still in it until today, by the when he broke the lemonade record.
Yeah.
He's got this new, like, you have to see it to believe it. He's got this like body technique where he like rolls his stomach and kind of tries to
it's incredible to see.
He gets into this rhythm to like match with the lemonade bouncing around in the jug, and he's just like, he has this technique down, and he finished that shit in like, I don't think anyone else was even
seconds.
close.
It's watching him eat is watching him do drinking challenge, the chug challenges are incredible. But the thick water really did. I was like, oh, this man needs help. This man,
that's just irresponsible. Sounds irresponsible to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, the reason I brought Badlands Booker up is because he was like very obviously disgusted by Airsoft Eddie. He's like trying to get him off the stage. It was funny. Hopefully, Alex, like you'll remember to put that clip in there because it's very funny.
I'll put it in. But I want hazard pay for that. So like I said, I read Jamie Loftus's hot dog book last year, and there's like a whole chapter on Joey Chestnut. And part of what the eating league, what's it called?
Major League Eating, like they have kayfabe in the same way that like wrestling does. Like they're super theatrical and like really crazy. And the way but the thing is, they don't do this with buy-in from the eaters. They just like do it. And so one of the things she said is she was like, part of the reason that Kobayashi like soured on the league is because when Joey Chestnut showed up, Kobayashi had been undefeated for years, and the way that they were announcing it is they were like, finally an American to take down this Japanese menace, and like that was like the framing they used. And so when all of this stuff with his Impossible endorsement happened, she posted a video where she was like, I'm going like 50-50 on this being kayfabe, like on this not really being real and him showing up and like having some kind of upset. So like I was actually kind of surprised that he was genuinely banned when I found out.
Yeah, no,
there was some talk of that. Yeah.
It is crazy that the MLE went woke. Or no. The MLE is not woke. It's Joey Chestnut that went woke by supporting fake
I think
food.
it's so fucking funny that they leaked that he went vegan and was like woke now. We're such shitheads to do that.
That's like a personal decision. We don't need to know stuff like that about people. They're like, keep that in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Labor Day, September 2nd is the date of the event. I've been trying in secret. Sometimes I don't tell you guys what I'm up to when I'm trying to get guests, but just as a heads up, I have been trying very hard to get Joey Chestnut to come on for an interview prior to the Labor Day, duel with Kobayashi. So we'll see. We got asked for a media kit, which we don't have. I'm going to put something together. Hopefully we'll have Chestnut on, and that would be awesome.
Big things coming. Hopefully.
We'll see. Any other thoughts on glizzies before we move on?
I am about to, next time you guys talk to me, I'm going to be starting my training regimen. I'm going to be in the league next year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they do have, by the way, June, they really do have like actual like they have training camps like MMA fighters.
That's Joey, the next time you'll hear from me. I'm going to go radio silent. Yeah. Next time you'll get postcards from this camp.
Have you ever seen the Beard versus Food guy?
No.
Yeah, I've been like on YouTube.
Yeah.
I don't follow him super hard.
So that guy shocks me with he's exactly what you imagine a twink is. He's like twink size, just very thin, small man. And watching him eat, especially when he does like the sausage challenges, extremely pornographic. And I'm shocked by that they allow YouTube to just.
The twink body does better in competitive
eating
than
a fat guy.
Yeah, because like I think that's might be why Eric Badlands Booker switched to chugging, because like to eat that much, your stomach has to expand in a way that's harder when it's pressing up against like belly fat, I guess. But yeah, in their actual training, they do things like they'll eat as much cabbage as they possibly can and drink as much water as they possibly can to like
expand their stomach
like the day before. Yeah, to expand your stomach and get it ready. It's
an actual training.
Miserable.
Who's that guy? There's a guy from
that's psychotic.
There's a guy from my neck of the woods, San Jose, and he's like a competitive eater. I can't remember his name, but that guy like literally trains in the gym to burn the calories to be able to like eat and be healthy about it. He like trains like I think like 8 hours a day in the gym. That's too long to be in a gym. That's
No, this is like a lifestyle. Competitive eating
It
is
is.
genuine, like a lifestyle from what it sounds like.
Joey Chestnut, I watched on his YouTube today while I was waiting for his live event to start. His most popular videos were in under, or maybe it's a little under half an hour. He eats 32 Big Macs.
Mhm.
And
Jeez.
he had to do this under like the supervision of like medical professionals because it's like so strenuous.
Yeah,
on
that's
your
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
body.
Dude,
Like,
10 Big Macs is, you know what I'm saying, is deadly, dude.
yeah.
I had a hamburger
I feel like when
and some fries today, and I feel like absolute dog shit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Eating any burger, like a Red Robin burger, if you've ever had a Red Robin burger, that's like, okay, time to fucking die now.
Yeah.
Basically.
I feel awful. Heart's beating fast. I need a nap.
I probably have a blood clot now. It's
Yeah,
over.
Yeah. Anyway, really love reading about these world-class athletes.
Yeah, no, these are the ones I'm most interested in. Can we, instead of doing a Super Bowl episode next year, can we just
Can we
do
Major League Eating recap? Dude, I
yeah.
would love to. I would honestly love to do a whole episode on Emily. That's another one is just because of I got into it kind of ironically in like 2008 when like Kobayashi was doing his thing. And like, I remember when that happened and like Joe Chestnut came into it and was like what Marcos was saying is, or what Alex was saying about how kind of the nationalism came into it was kind of strange, but really what like it was that got me hooked onto this because like the fan reactions are just imagine like a guy who loves like the Raiders, but he's like a Kobayashi guy. It's fucking crazy.
I love
Anyway,
it. No, that is like a weird thing about like certain like sports is there's like a weird nationalism thing to it, even when it's not really necessary. Like we did that like Super Smash Brothers Melee episode a little bit ago, but something we didn't really talk about just because it wasn't like super relevant to anything. But there was a period where a lot of European players started coming over and like more Japanese players started coming to America, and people would do like a USA chant, like they would chant USA like against the like foreign wherever they're from, and then like eventually a lot of the like this player Mango, it's basically just become his chant, so people will still do like the USA chant, but it's basically for this player Mango, even if he's playing like another American. It's silly, it's weird, but that just reminded me of that. Yeah, weird nationalism.
Speaking of weird nationalism, June, I think you're up for this next one.
Yes. So this is people. There's been some political ball. There's been some. There's some
politics, huh?
Yeah, politics has been in the news lately, huh? We had the debate last week, and the one thing that basically everyone is talking about from it is that Trump,
Joe Biden kicked ass.
He kicked ass, and that Trump was actually correct about the nickname that he gave Joe Biden in 2016 or 2020, Sleepy Joe. I think at the time when we were like, oh, that's kind of like a weak nickname, right? Like that's what I remember thinking back in 2020. Like Sleepy Joe is like kind of weak for a Trump nickname.
Yeah.
But like retroactively, it's like, oh wait, damn, maybe he was like kind of on fire with that one. At least he was he saw the future. So this is an article about how Biden's kind of been doing some behind the scenes stuff. This article is titled Biden tells Democratic governors he needs more sleep and plans to stop scheduling events after 8 p.m., which if you have a 6-day news cycle about how you're really sleepy and tired and don't look like you're competent, that's probably the thing you want to say is that like, I need more sleep. Please let me sleep.
Definitely keep doing this shit, Joe. You're doing great.
Yeah. So the article reads, President Joe Biden told Democratic governors during a meeting at the White House on Wednesday that part of his plan going forward is to stop scheduling events after 8 p.m. so that he can get more sleep, according to 3 sources briefed on his comments. The remarks, first reported by the New York Times, came as the 81-year-old Biden sought to reassure a group of more than 20 state leaders about his ability to defeat former President Donald Trump in November and govern effectively for another 4 years. Biden's comments left several of the governors in the room frustrated, sources told CNN, and is one of the reasons that some of the participants have been rankled by the statement of loyalty and enthusiasm from them, distributed by the Biden campaign on Thursday. The White House did not immediately comment about what the president said. A Biden campaign aide argued that as well as doing debate prep in the week after his 2 trips to Europe, Biden was engaged in hours of official work in addition to the hours of campaign work.
This episode is brought to you by Dragon Ball Legends, the ultimate Dragon Ball experience on your mobile device. Dragon Ball Legends features action-packed anime action RPG gameplay with Goku, Vegeta, Trunks, and all your favorite Dragon Ball characters. Summon your favorite characters from popular Dragon Ball anime series, such as Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball GT to Dragon Ball Super. Fight in real time against friendly or rival Dragon Ball players from across the globe in live PvP battles. Enter ratings matches with your favorite Dragon Ball characters and earn rating points and rewards. Unite with friends to defeat powerful foes in co-op. Dragon Ball Legends features the best anime fighting scenes on your mobile device. And now, Legends Festival is on, so you can get up to 300 free summon tickets. Are you ready? Download Dragon Ball Legends today. Available for free on both iOS and Android devices.
Biden also made a joke to the governors that didn't go over well. I'm fine. I don't know about my brain, though.
Jesus.
Fucking amazing.
Great joke,
That's
dog.
amazing.
Great joke.
Why,
Yeah,
why would
brother.
you do that?
No, that slaps.
Why-
That's the first time he's ever been funny.
No, that's so funny. But just like there's a time and a place, man. like if he's trying to get people to continue to get him to step down, like that was like he fucking
that
killed
would
it.
have
That's
that would
awesome.
have got
That's
me.
amazing.
I would have died laughing.
I would have
there.
laughed.
Yeah.
I don't know what by the time this
Yeah.
comes out, I don't know what the political landscape or the news cycles are going to be like. But at this time, it's imperative to know like the level of crisis we're at. Like the donors are abandoning ship. What is her Abigail Disney? I think the Disney heiress has stopped. She says she will no longer give money to the Democrats until Joe Biden resigns.
Yeah, which
she's
is
not
They
crazy.
supposed
don't,
to
they don't
do
have
so.
the mandate of Mickey anymore. That's insane. Right?
Yeah.
yeah.
Dude. It's again, who knows? Maybe it'll normalize, and we're just gonna have to fucking take this turd over the finish line and see what happens. But
I
right
don't
now,
know.
things
I've
are
never seen
very
anything
pale.
like this. I've never
Yeah,
seen
neither.
anything like this.
I mean,
I'm
the
voting
last
for
time
Ross
something
Perot.
like this happened was like 1968, right? When Lyndon Johnson said he wasn't running again, and then there was like a crisis at the DNC where there was like a big riot basically because they couldn't decide who to elect, and then you'll never guess who won. It was Richard Milhouse Nixon. So
Oh, incredible! And he kept everything above board, as we all know.
Yeah.
Well,
And it was just chill.
he was justified. Listen, I hate to say this, but Richard Nixon is my favorite president. I like a criminal.
Expound, please.
I like a Machiavellian criminal president. I think it's cool. I think
Yeah.
it's cool that he was just like, I'm evil, and and we let that guy be president. That slaps. I think we should do that more often. You know what I'm saying?
He's
feel like
right.
we've
There's
been doing
nothing we
that.
can do.
Yeah.
We've been doing that for a while. We got like war criminal
Yeah,
presidents.
but
We got like
none of them are like they're not doing the like you know what I'm saying? They don't have that.
they're not twirling their
Exactly.
mustaches.
They don't have the goblin,
yeah.
that goblin arch. You know what I'm saying? That they in the shoulders. You know what I'm talking about? There's like an evilness.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
like
They're skulking in the corner
exactly
in the shadows.
They're not rubbing.
Yeah.
They're not rubbing their hands in the darkness. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like George Bush was not a hand rubber.
Yeah.
He was just a dumb yokel.
Yeah, exactly.
Richard Nixon is like the quintessential guy who made a deal with Satan.
Yeah, he literally is like a dark sorcerer or like a wizard of some kind. You know what I'm saying? Like he
Yeah.
slaps, right? He's the
Yeah,
white
in
Shang
parlance,
Tsung.
he would be a warlock.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Honestly, no, so you would say that they were like kind of too hard on him back when he did Watergate.
Well,
like
even-
when
listen,
Watergate
he
happened,
got-
you're like kind of let him go
No,
off. Let him do his thing.
The Supreme Court literally was just like, nah, he was chill for that. That was cool, actually. They literally just,
Yeah.
he was just hella early. That's the problem with like early adopters. You know what I'm saying? Is that they push the envelope. You know,
It's like that Back to the Future meme.
yeah.
It's from the movie. But it's like you're not ready for this yet.
yeah.
Your
But
kids are gonna love it.
like wild presidential powers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll continue reading here. Where was I? Oh yeah. So he made his incredible brain comment, and then Jen O'Malley, Dylan, Biden's campaign chairwoman said that the president was clearly making a joke and then said, all kidding aside, like, okay, I kind of do have to hand it to him. That probably was just a joke. It probably was. Like, come on.
Yeah, it definitely was. But he there's like a lot of bad faith Biden stuff going around now, which is kind of lame. Like, there's one going out today that the RNC just leaked of. I guess he said he was on some news show in Philly, a radio show, and he said like, "Oh, I'm proud to be like the first black woman president," or something like that. But like, if you listen to the clip, it's like very clearly not what he said. He just kind of like it's actually like a turn of phrase and like a pause that any of us could have conceivably done. I mean, it was definitely like like close to what he said, but like if you like listen to it in context, you could very clearly understand he was talking about the fact that he was proud to serve under Obama, the first black president, and proud to have the first black vice president, female black vice president. You know what I mean? But he literally said
he has to listen to the Ain't Shit Show because we've talked about that. We've done that exact bit where like I'm the first gay black female president, and it's just like a random white guy. Like we've done this.
I mean, it just reminds me like there's like plenty of things to criticize him on, but it's like that RNC video recently also where he was like drinking an orange Gatorade. And they're like, he's drinking like a mysterious orange fluid. And it's like, that's just like Gatorade, dude.
Gatorade,
like, dog. Like, what are you talking about?
We should, like, the bad face stuff aside, we should talk about his Rachel Dolezal arc. Because if he, like, that would slap. Funny.
Yeah, that would slap. I would be so into that. I'd be like, nah, he's just leaning into it. He gets. Oh my God! How would America remember? Like in the history books, how would they write about that? You know what I'm saying? Like
our first Rachel Dolezal. President.
Yeah, Rachel Dolezal presidency is insane, dog. Like
I don't know, but here's the thing: if we elect Biden for another term, maybe we'll get that. Maybe he'll just start pretend like maybe he'll just think he's like instead of Irish, he thinks he's like Chinese or something now.
Listen, Jack, I grew up in the heart of Fresno, California, Chinese. Came here and I built the railroads, Jack.
Oh Jesus!
Oh my God!
All right. So, following Biden's poor performance during CNN's presidential debate last week, some Democrats have begun to call for the president to drop out of the race, leaving the White House scrambling to convince skeptics within the party and voters. In the days after, administration officials have provided confused and conflicting explanations as they attempted to spin a performance that exacerbated voters' concerns about Biden's age.
By the way,
New York Times,
when we were doing our live debate stream, there were like, we obviously were having fun with it. I had somebody, I can't remember if it was they DM'd me or it was on Discord. Somebody was like, I can't believe you guys said he did a good job. And it was like,
that was me. I said that he did a good job, but they need to know. Hey, I think everyone's doing a good job.
Yeah, we're all doing our best here. We're all doing
claps all around.
Yeah, listen.
Yeah. He did great.
Yeah, I thought it was cool and based actually. I loved when Donald Trump does accidentally get based and he's like, this country is a failing country, it's falling apart. Right? Like, yeah, dude, that's sick, dude.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Well, that was also the thing is like, I'll be honest. I think during that stream, I mean, I only heard probably like 30% of everything that people said.
That is true.
Because we were like joking around and having fun.
Because also we were fucking kidding. Like, I don't know, maybe you guys weren't. I was completely joking about him doing great. It was awful, but like, what else are you gonna say? He did awesome.
Yeah, no, he did.
Yeah, he's representing our country perfectly.
For an 80-year-old man whose brain is leaking out of his nose, that's incredible. Actually, when you think about it, right? That's yeah.
He's killing it.
One dose of whatever cocktail they gave him that night, and it would probably kill any of us. But he's just.
I was thinking about that. It's wild to me that he was like. He is over here doing all the shit on these like incredible drugs that we'll never have access to, right? Like drugs that cure Alzheimer's for like temporarily, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like he's over here doing the temp V from like, The Boys. He's over here hitting that. And Donald Trump is just raw dogging like Mexican Adderall, Diet Cokes and Big Macs. You know what I'm saying? Like it's wild that the power dynamic these two have.
It's Mew and Mewtwo fighting.
Yeah, it is.
No, I'll always think about when the pandemic first started and Trump got COVID and went to like that hospital, the like really high tech whatever hospital, the presidential hospital, and they injected him with the cocktail of like anti-COVID stuff. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
that,
And they started like parading him around in the limousine, and he just like was looking out at the crowds. Like I really want to know.
It would have been.
I really want to know
if he was in like the Star Wars Bacta tank, like in like a Pope mobile, and they were just, you know what I'm saying? Like that would have been tight. That missed opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, like being president, it seems like the coolest thing about being president is doing all sorts of experimental drugs that no one knows, like 99.99% of the people in the world don't know anything about. All right. Continuing the article. The New York Times reported earlier this week that the president's lapses have increased and grown more worrisome, with a source telling the Times that Biden's 6-day debate preparations at Camp David didn't start before 11 a.m. and that the president was given time to nap each day. Honestly, like, I get that. That's yeah. No, sometimes you need to nap.
Sometimes you're eepy. You're just a little eepy.
Yeah, he's just
that's the thing. We got an eepy ass president.
Yeah, we got a eepy in the White House, in the dang White House.
White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre sidestepped a question during Wednesday's briefing about whether the president takes daily afternoon naps following the Times reporting. But she offered jet lag and travel fatigue as an explanation for Biden's poor debate performance after previously chalking it up to a cold.
Wasn't his travel like 10 days or like a week before the debate?
It was a week before, yeah. Amid increasing pressure to consider dropping out of the race and growing concern whether he can serve another term, CNN has previously reported that Biden has privately expressed that the next stretch of days will be critical for whether he can save his reelection bid. So yeah, Biden's not doing so well. He just needs naps. He needs his little nappy poos. He needs to go lie down.
I got the dissenting opinion on this one. I think he should stick in for as long as possible. Hold it down, because I do not want a Gavin Newsom presidency. He will nuke Texas. Texas will secede. Texas will secede. He will nuke it. It will be bad.
What about Kamala? Are you guys taking the coconut pill? I thought that would have been so fucking fun.
It would be. I think she would be fun to have as like a pill ant arc.
Yeah,
for
dude.
America.
Yeah, America needs 4 years of a party mom who will let your friends drink as long as you promise not to drive.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I do think that fun party pill ant will go immediately the moment she gets any power, and she will just start locking you up if. Like she's gonna make podcasts illegal, you know, and we're all doing life, dude.
When they came for the podcasters,
yeah, you know,
and then when they came for the,
she's like, "Oh, your Patreon makes under $1,000, you're straight to jail." Like,
no, I like. So here's the thing with the Kamala, the coconut pill. Like a lot of people, like I've totally bought into the coconut pill, Biden stepping down and Kamala Harris taking over as president and the nominee, primarily because, so I've been posting a little bit about that, and there's been a lot of people like, are we seriously being fans of Kamala Harris now? And it's like, well, no. Like the thing is, like, no matter who the president is in America, of course, like Democrats will be like slightly less bad than Republicans, but no matter who becomes the president as a Democrat, things are not going to change. Like the things that are happening now are probably going to happen with any other president. That's just how it's going to be. So why not? Let's get a little goofy with it. Let's get like kind of funny with it. Let's embrace the coconut tree, the context that came before. You know, that's
the metaphor.
I think that'll be
the context maxing.
Yeah, I'm context maxing. Yeah, no, I'm a big fan.
The metaphor,
of her just as the
metaphor that I use for like the current situation in America right now, like with leadership, is that like you have a hole in your roof and you need to get the hole in your roof fixed. And you have two options. You can either pay a guy to come and knock holes in your wall, or you can not pay a guy to come knock holes in your wall, but your roof is still fucked up. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what it's like voting in America. Like, they're not going to fix the thing you need fixed, but the other guy is going to come and put a hole in your wall if you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, there's nothing you can't win in this situation. And it just kind of sucks. But I mean, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah.
It's fun.
The metaphor
And
that
that
I would
sucks.
use is I feel like I am a dog that is about to be put down, and Kamala running and saying a bunch of funny, silly things is like my owner taking me to McDonald's and getting me an ice cream cone before I get put down. That's it. It's my last treat before I get killed.
That's like such a perfect analogy, because like, you know, with all the Supreme Court rulings happening,
Yeah, we're
it's like
fucked.
things
We're gonna get
things
cooked
are
alive.
getting
It's bad.
fucked. It's getting fucked. So why can't we just have a little treat? Like, can't we have some coconuts? Can't we have some?
The four of us
some
are
for,
the
like,
guys in the
goofy-
Titanic that were playing the violin, except for we're just juggling. We're jesters.
Yeah, we're riffing. We're calling each other gay and saying this guy has a small dick. It's tight. That's the way to go. I do think I saw recently. So I have friends that are like very Joe Biden pilled, and I hate them. I love them. They're my friends, but I hate them because every time that we talk about, they're like, Joe Biden has passed the most amount of like legislature more than anyone, and like on paper, factually, that is true and correct. But none of those things directly affect my life in a way that is materially changing. You know what I'm saying? And it's infuriating because like the one recently that finally got like something that directly affects me is the heat related. Did you see that? The heat related legislation that they're trying to pass?
No.
That you can create work stoppages for heat related issues, like for it being literally too hot outside to work. And
we kind of need that.
Yeah, we definitely need that. And then I went and read the bill. It doesn't apply for postal workers. And here's the thing, right? The inside of an LLV, I literally 3 days ago, it was 101 in the Bay. Inside of the LLV is 142 degrees, and my window does not roll down, and because it's busted, and I've told people that, and I just have to drive with the door open. That, you know what I'm saying? Like, which they told me, oh, if we catch you doing that though, that's a write up, and you can get fired for that. So like they tell, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's infuriating to me because they even figured out a way to that in a way that would definitely benefit my life, and they're like, but except for you though. Right? Like, listen, everyone but you, guy.
The Democrats are really good at exceptions. One of my favorite Kamala Harris propositions in the 2020 primary that was like she was submitting legislation. It was like a healthcare. It was part of the healthcare debate when everyone in the party was kind of talking about Medicare for all, and there was that proposition she put up where it's the Pell Grant recipients for people who started businesses that operate for 3 years in disadvantaged communities. It's like they always live all these like these insane markers. You remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah. It's like, that's insane. Just do, I don't know. Democrats are so good.
You want to know the
exceptions.
funniest thing that I got actual legitimate beef with Kamala Harris. Because
you're Cali.
Yeah. She literally locked up some of my homies for like weed. And then when it was like I'm not kidding, like these guys are doing 5, 10, 15-year bids for like dime bags. You know what I'm saying? Like for maybe $25 worth of weed at most. And it's legal now. You know what I'm saying? And they're serving in prison for something that is essentially legal, like that is, you know, almost federally legal. Like, and it, you know, Kamala Harris saw it's not like they made weed legal overnight. It had been on the books for decades at this point. Since 92, they were talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's just punitive. That's literally just, so everyone sees the fun pill ant, and I see the fun pill ant too. And it's a nice ruse, but I know the truth. I know that she's, you know, she might be my new Richard Nixon, someone who's genuinely evil, you know, and I like that. I like it.
Well, that's the thing,
dude. An evil Kamala run would be fucking sick.
Oh my god, yeah, the dark Kamala run. Yeah, dude. Like, you know,
no, honestly, I would be for it just because it would be, I don't know. There's just something like just thinking about Biden stepping down and then Kamala stepping up. Like there's, even though she is evil, and I've been a long proponent since 2019 of calling her Cop Mala.
Yeah.
Like she's like, that's like her whole thing is like she's a horrible prosecutor. She did a lot of bad shit. But just the sigh of relief of change, just the not good change like politically, but just like in the air.
I mean, how many Americans were like,
plan.
please God, anybody but Trump or Biden, and the monkey paw curls. And it's like, oh wait.
Yeah. I'm telling you right now, the scariest outcome is Gavin Newsom, Kamala Harris. That is the scariest because I
don't think that she would nominate. I mean, I'm not a smart politics guy, so tell me to shut the hell up. But like two people from California, I just don't. She would have to do like an old white guy from the Rust Belt.
True,
I think.
probably.
Like
but
Sherrod Brown or something.
You forget that like Americans love like a sleazy white guy in a suit. They do.
That's why Suits had that renaissance recently, despite being off the air for years.
Yeah,
we needed it.
You know what I'm saying? And like, there's no one sleazier and whiter in a suit than my man. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, every picture, I didn't know what he looked like for a long time, and I saw a picture of him. He just like looks straight up evil. He looks like an evil villain.
Okay, listen. Is a great example of this. Fucking Bill Clinton had an affair, had to go on TV and apologize about it and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I fucked up." You know what I'm saying? It just happens. This guy banged his best friend's wife and tested positive for cocaine and kept it rolling. No apologies. Hey, I'm running again next year. And don't let your girl around me. True player for real. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy to me. That's, you know what I'm saying?
Gavin Newsom?
Yeah, Gavin Newsom has.
I had no idea.
Yeah, that guy bangs all of his best friends' wives. Like that guy has no. Yeah, he's insane. Look, the news story behind it is crazy. He like tested positive for cocaine too. I think that was before he was in the and that could be hearsay. I don't know. I could have not remember that one, but there was definitely some.
I'm choosing to believe.
Yeah.
I'm choosing to believe.
There was definitely something like that, and something drug related in his past, and he like. Everyone else was trying to come out and deny it, and he was like, "Hey, I party. What do you want to do? Like, what do you want?" You know what I'm saying? Like, that's.
I mean, like he literally looks like the bad guy in a fucking Steven Seagal movie. Like,
he is evil. I'm telling you,
might as well just roll with it.
Yeah, he is evil. He's one of the most evil.
Like his
dudes.
hairstyle, his hair, like everything about him. His hairstyle, like he has evil man hair.
When we did our Nick Cage walkthrough, that's the kind of like slick back. His hairline is doing better than the Demon's was, but that's the hair. Like when I get to that point, I'm just gonna just go all straight back. The evil demon haircut is
in your like mid 40s. Lean into it.
Do you fuck with? Does this color your impression of Joanna Newsom? Because they're related.
Yeah,
I'm asking.
Oh no, I don't know who Joanna Newsom is. I don't pay attention. Okay. Yeah, I don't pay attention to anything. Well,
then you have nothing to worry about.
What ends up happening is that something will inconvenience me in a major way in my life, and I'm like, who's responsible for this? I'm like, oh, Gavin Newsom. All right, now you're my enemy. Now I got to do research and figure out why. Right. That's how I think about news.
I think the only sound option is Kamala. I think that's if it's not Kamala, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be, but I think it's got to be. We got to be in the context, people. We have to understand what came before.
Yeah, Netanyahu. That may be a crazy one. Who knows, dude?
I mean, it doesn't seem like you saying that.
Yeah,
I laughed, and then I was like, "No, it's possible."
Yeah, he was born in Jersey
Philly,
or something, right?
Yeah, he grew up in Philly.
Yeah, that's presidential as hell.
Oh my God.
Do you know what I just found out recently? UK politics. One of the like Bart. What was his name? Fucking Bort. Boris Johnson. Boris Johnson was born in America. He could like come back. We could have Boris Johnson as like a politician.
Just a guy.
He needs to
come
come
here.
here.
A bottle of water, like you know what I'm saying? Like doing the national
British president.
That would slap so hard. Oh my God, doing a reverse 1776. Like it was the long game. That's what it was.
Damn. Okay. Jesus Christ, what a fucking horrible situation we're in. But there is also, by the way, another third party option that we've not discussed, and we're about to. So keep that politics hat on, because the article I'm reading is titled RFK Jr. reportedly shared photos of nude women and barbecued a dog.
What the fuck?
This is from Dan Ladenhall of the Daily Beast, although it was it's kind of summarizing a Vanity Fair expose that came out just a few days ago, which if you have not read it and feel like being depressed, read it. It's absolutely fucking insane. This guy is, I didn't know anything. I don't know if you guys did. I didn't know anything about RFK. Now that I know that he's a colossal piece of shit, and we're about to learn about some of that.
I mean, I mostly knew that he was married to Cheryl David, the woman who plays Larry David, Cheryl Hines.
Yeah, that's all I knew about him.
And that he's like he's an anti-vaxxer. That's kind of the extent of my understanding of him.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot more to it too. I do have an audio clip for Alex that we'll link here to start this off. But anyway, the article goes, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. shared nude photos of women with his friends and appeared to joke about eating dogs, according to a report Tuesday. A lengthy Vanity Fair article delving into the independent presidential candidate's character also included a woman's harrowing account of being allegedly groped by Kennedy while working for his family in the late 1990s. Kennedy's campaign reportedly did not respond to questions about the alleged wrongdoing. While married to his second wife, Mary Richardson, Kennedy was allegedly known to send photos of, quote, nude women to his friends, according to the report. The friends assumed that it was Kennedy who had taken the images, but they were unsure if the women in them had consented to being photographed, let alone having the pictures shared with other people. Jesus Christ. The piece also alleged that in an incident last year, Kennedy sent another photo to a friend traveling to Asia. The image appears to show Kennedy preparing to take a bite out of what looks like a barbecued dog, with the veterinarian confirming to Vanity Fair that the animal is a canine, citing its 13 pairs of ribs and a distinctive, quote, floating rib only seen in dogs.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Jesus.
If you like read about it too, he was like, I mean, it was really gross, like the stuff that he was saying about it, which we'll get into here in a little bit. The article continues. Kennedy allegedly told the photo's recipient that he might like a restaurant in Korea which serves dog, possibly indicating that he'd tried it. The photo's metadata also reportedly indicates the photo was taken in 2010, the same year that he received the dead brain worm diagnosis.
No way. Holy fuck.
The person who received the image in 2023 reportedly found it insensitive for making light of animal cruelty, mocking Korean culture, and recklessly risking the reputations of both Kennedy himself and his family. Elsewhere, the piece includes an account from Eliza Cooney, who at the age of 23 began working for Kennedy in 1998 as a part-time babysitter, moving into their family home in Mount Kisco, New York. Cooney claims that one evening she felt Kennedy's hand moving up and down her leg under a table during a meeting in the property's kitchen. Weeks later, she alleged that she found a shirtless, then 45-year-old Kennedy in her bedroom, asking her to rub lotion on his back. Quote, "It was totally inappropriate," Cooney, now 48, told the magazine. Several months after that incident, Cooney claims she was in the kitchen pantry after a yoga class when Kennedy approached her from behind, blocking her in the room and started groping her. She claimed that she was left, quote, frozen and shocked during the alleged sexual assault, claiming that Kennedy put his hands on her hips and slid them up to her breasts. She claims Kennedy was interrupted when another worker came into the kitchen. Quote, "Hey, at Vanity Fair, you know when your veterinary experts call a goat a dog and your forensic experts say a photo taken in Patagonia was taken in Korea that you've joined the ranks of supermarket tabloids," quote, Kennedy wrote in a Twitter post Tuesday. Responding to the, quote, other allegations in an interview and with the Hills web series Breaking Points, Kennedy said,
"I am not a church boy. I am not running like that. I had a very, very rambunctious youth. I said in my announcement speech that I have so many skeletons in my closet that if they could all vote, I could run for king of the world."
It's tight to think that he thinks that that's an office that you can hold. You know what I'm saying? That's
King of the world.
Yeah.
I also love how like someone puts a camera in front of him and he's like, yeah, no, I would kill like 10 people if given the chance. Like he just says everything as like evil. He says every evil thing he possibly
He's kind of like me, honestly.
Anytime.
I kind of have the same energy. You know, I can't hate on my man for that because I kind of do the same thing, you know?
Someone
with the
asked
spear
him,
strategy.
I saw a video of someone asking him, you know, did you eat dog? And he was like,
No, but I'll eat pretty much anything.
I'm sorry, I'm doing my...
That's very good. It's incredible. Yeah, it's incredible, dude.
he was like,
I'll eat pretty much. I won't eat a person, and I won't eat a dog, but I'll eat pretty much anything else.
and they start asking him different animals, and he's like,
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. I'll eat.
Fucking crying.
Dad slaps.
Alex is sound like a fucking Star Wars character.
He does.
Oh my!
I didn't
My
know.
name's Babu Frick.
Yeah, I didn't know that he sounded like that until like 3 days ago when someone, because like everything I see, I don't like ever listen to the audio of stuff because I don't care about it. I'll just read things. And I'm like reading through, and then someone's like, "Why does his voice sound like that?" I'm like, "What does his voice sound like?" And I clicked it, and he sounded like a ghoul from Fallout. And I was like, "What the fuck?" They let this guy run for president. Like, this guy's a genuine option. What? This guy sounds scary as shit.
Oh my god, dude! I'm fucking wiping tears out of my eyes because A, Alex's impression, and B, like, yeah, the first time I heard him, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This man is evil.
Yeah, this guy's so
Apparently
evil.
he went on Joe
doesn't
Rogan,
work.
and those podcasts are like 3 hours long. How did he survive that?
He should really have like the Bane mask from Batman on. Like, he needs something like that. He needs
really
his
does.
own like
Yeah.
ominous mask.
Yeah, he
he
does.
would like he
Really
would be cooler.
adopted the darkness. I was raised there.
Like, this guy is crazy. Like, I don't. There's something about him that like it wasn't included in this article, but there was like he went on TV. I don't remember which channel, but like a couple of months ago, and they're like, yeah, like you were. They were asking him like something about Epstein, and he was like, yes, I was friends with Epstein, and I'm getting ahead of it now. I rode on his plane and went to his island. So what? And it's like, dude, what do you mean? So what?
So what?
What do you mean? So what?
Time out.
What do you mean? So what? You went to Epstein's island and were like homies with him. What do you mean, dude?
I'm really pissed at myself for checking out of this election because, like, I mean, obviously there's like some very not funny stuff, right? But like, come on, you have brainworms, you talk like that, you were on the fucking Lolita Express. Why didn't I? You wanted Aaron Rodgers to be your fucking VP?
Yes.
Holy
that could have
shit.
been golden. The brainworms thing, that one, like, I was like tuned into Kennedy for a while, but when like there were people joking about the brainworms thing, I was like, oh, that's a funny joke. And then I saw the article and I was like, wait, that's like a real thing. He had brainworms.
He leans into it. He tells potential donors. I was reading an article about him. He tells potential donors all the time when they're like, oh, people are telling me all the time to drop out the race or quit. I don't have a chance. He's like, the worm must have eaten the part of my brain that remembered what quit was, which is crazy, dog. Don't even bring that up, dude.
stop reminding people of that shit.
Yeah. If I was his campaign
Seriously.
manager, I would slap him. I'd be like, hey, you're going to fuck it up for both of us, dude. I'm trying to get paid here. Right?
It's crazy. Like I said, I've watched politics for a while. In like 2016, it was Jill Stein and Gary Johnson, and they were like pretty. They were like kind of like goofy, fine, whatever. Like they but they weren't like anything like this. Kennedy's like, this is like the most normal Kennedy. Like, I don't know what's going on with this dude. He's insane.
Who was the guy who ran for president? I think it was like maybe it was either it was against Obama or it was against George Bush Jr. The first term, and he was like, "Pyaw!" and he lost.
Howard Dean.
Howard Dean.
Yeah.
It used to be back in the day that the things that could cost you an election would be saying, "Pyaw!" like just you being a little too cringy with it. And now
Which is very
Yeah.
funny about that too, because like if you re-examine the context of the Howard Dean thing, it was so explainable.
yeah,
The mic didn't pick up at like how fucking ballistic that room was going because
Yeah.
he was like, we're gonna go to fucking Iowa, we're
yeah.
gonna go to New Hampshire, we're gonna vote. And he was like naming off all the states, and all the people in there were going fucking crazy because
Yeah,
the
people were going
Deaniacs
wild
back
with that
then,
shit.
old heads will remember this. He was like the first cult of personality type, at least in my generation. So this room is going crazy, but the mic is like a cardioid mic that doesn't really pick up how crazy the room is. So he sounds like a fucking rambling maniac
Yeah.
when he makes that loud noise, which not a cool noise to make. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
it sucked. But like, in a loud room, it wasn't like that crazy.
But it killed his campaign. And you have this asshole being like, there's a brain, and I don't have the brain because I ate my mother. Dude, what are you talking about, dude? Get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you?
Yeah.
I wouldn't let a fucking bum at a bus stop talk to me for more than 3 minutes if he had that voice. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's insane.
He said, dude, you gotta get the
you
fuck
gotta
out
go,
of here.
dude. I'm sorry, dude. Hey, listen, I'm sorry.
Do you have
sorry.
a few minutes of your time
Yeah,
to
like,
talk about
I
the
don't.
Lord Jesus Christ?
I got nothing for you.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm normally cool about this kind of thing, but today you gotta go, dude. You got.
How did he get that voice? Like, what happened to his
He
voice?
has
There's
some
a
kind
reason,
of like
some
kind of vocal cord issue.
Spasmatic
Yeah.
something. It's a neurological thing, and like I don't know, dude.
It's the brainworm.
yeah.
made him do it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I don't like it's. I wouldn't normally make fun of someone for that, but he's like trying to be president. He's trying to he's I don't know. He just doesn't have the juice, and
Can you
he's also
imagine a
just kind
State
of
of the
evil
Union
and
with
awful.
that
Yeah, if your
voice?
job is
Oof,
speaking
yeah.
engagements and you sound like that, then that's not a good. You know what I'm
There's-
saying? Like,
There's some jobs that you just
Yeah.
can't do. I'm too old to be an air traffic controller. He can't have the job as president with that voice.
I
Fair's
can't
fair.
be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I'm 5'5". You know what I'm saying? It's not in the cards for me, dog.
One of the most fascinating things about him is like how pilled all like the technocrats are about RFK. I saw Edward Snowden tweet today. I'm reading it right now off my screen. Darkly amusing to watch panicked Dems suddenly searching under the couch cushions for a candidate when Kennedy is literally standing right there.
Yeah, no, you're right. Like all of the tech CEO types,
Yeah.
like these big, rich tech heads love Kennedy. I
see.
Is it just that they don't like both parties and they're kind of libertarian about it, or like what? I don't understand it. I haven't looked into it like that enough to like comprehend why.
I deliver
what's going
mail
on there.
in the Bay Area, and the bulk of the letters that I mail, like the political letters that I mail, are RFK. A couple Trump, almost no Biden, which is shocking. But I think it's because he probably doesn't send out a lot of mail because he's just probably not on it. I think he's
Especially in California, he's just taking it for granted.
yeah, it's a layup. But like there is a fuck ton of mail for RFK, and there's a lot of RFK signs. And the funniest thing about that is they're in front of Andrew Yang signs. So they didn't even pull the Andrew Yang sign up. They just put the sign in front of the other sign. They're like, yep, that's enough for me, dude.
So it is that like same lane of like weird like futurist, like in terms of like the ideology, like techno futurist
Bay-
type people.
The Bay Area
sorta.
just respects like a type of guy. I don't know how to like the type of guy who's
Ideal lords.
yeah, like a guy who jet sets to Asia and like eats a dog and is cool about it, and then like grows up in a big house and sexually assaults women. Like to them, and like that guy, I've lived the same experience as that guy. I'm gonna vote for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
That's-
someone they know.
yeah, exactly. That's either them or someone that they know. They do that kind of thing. So like,
It's familiar to them.
yeah.
So
Okay.
Kennedy's going to be the next president. He's going to. I think he's going to sweep. He's going to sweep.
He's
Now,
gonna
until
sweep.
people hear my devastating impression of him.
Alex single-handedly took him down. You have a future in front of you, voice acting, Alex.
Yeah.
I have to say, you could be in one of those shitty like TV Star Wars.
Easy.
You'll be the if
You
Kennedy
can't be
wins,
in
you'll be the
actual
next.
Star Wars, but you can be in one of the bad ones
Yeah.
that's on TV.
Your name could
No,
be
no,
like
no.
Blagu Gongo or something like that, right? Glup Shitto. It's
I'll
Glup
fucking
Shitto.
take
Yeah.
it, man.
Oh my god,
No,
it's
no.
Glongu Bucklow. And Alex did his awful voice.
No, Alex, you're not thinking. Okay, think of this. You if Kennedy wins, you're going to be the next Alec Baldwin.
That's
You're going to
true.
have a
That's
huge
true.
career
Absolutely,
on
yeah.
SNL.
I
laid
think
out.
I'll actually probably be the next Frank Caliendo, but same shit.
Okay. Any closing thoughts on this demonic pervert before we move on?
I hope he gets 4% of the vote, just so a lot of people will be upset that he doesn't get 5%, and whatever party he's running in doesn't get national funding. I just think that'd be kind of funny.
I want him to be in a debate. Honestly.
Oh shit! Okay, wait. Okay, before we move on, did you guys see? While we were watching the debate, I saw that he was doing his own debate with like a TV behind him with the Biden-Trump debate, and he was just responding to the questions
That
also.
slaps.
Like,
Debate in exile.
Hell yeah.
yeah, he was just like also responding, like he was like pretending to be there, and it was so funny.
Like that Dom Luker video that we did for the tunnels where he was just
Yeah.
pretending to be a part of that. Oh my God.
yeah, exactly
so
like
good.
that. He was like, he's that Nathan Fielder tweet where he's like, me and my
Me and
friends,
my- me and all my
all,
friends.
all my friends over there are hanging out, having a great time.
Hey, that's it for this week's episode of Western Kabuki. However, Marco stayed with us and we answered some listener mail. So if you wanted to come check that out, you can do that at patreon.com/westernkabuki. Again, that's patreon.com/westernkabuki. Thanks so much for listening. We will see you next week.